Hiya folks, hiya folks, hiya folks. This is Steve Zulu here. I wanted to, Metal Mickey was on, made a video last night, and he said, was you ever obsessed by by a CD or a record, and you sort of played it for years or months on end, and you listened to nothing else? And I thought, yes, there was. I'm not going into the history, but all I'm going to say is when this record was issued, I was going through a very, very bad time, incredibly bad time in my life. And this record, I think, was issued to cheer me up. I'm not going to I've decided not to go into details what was happening to me, because this is a record channel. It's not one of those reality channels. Like, I've kept it away from that. Plus the fact my life's so boring, I put you to sleep in 5 minutes. But yeah, you have to take it from me. I was going through an incredibly bad time, and this is it actually. Well, it's not it, but it's part one of it. And I bought this when it came out because I was obviously being a big Judas Priest fan, and this record's awesome. It's got a killer intro to Resurrection, Made in Hell, where he sings about Birmingham, Nightfall, Silent Screams, which to me is the best track on this album. I love it. You've got The One You Love to Hate, which was a duet with Bruce Dickinson of Iron Maiden, and it's just a great record. There's a couple of songs I'm not too hot on, but I won't say them. But I thought. It's like Cyber World. I just can't get my head around that one. But this is not the record I was obsessive about, but this was part one. And I think everybody knows what I'm going to show. And this one was the one I got obsessive about. And it was this one. The live version of that one. And I think this was done, bought out. And I saw this and my eyes lit up. But it was impossible to get hold of because I never had internet in them days. I was just sort of starting with it, and I think this is not the original, by the way. The original smashed to bits because I played it so much. This is a replacement for it. This record should be in anybody's record collection if you want to hear quality heavy metal. To me, it's easily a top 3 concert release of all time. It's just absolutely amazing. And I used to play this record, must be every 15 months, through the earphones, even at night. It was just that good. It starts off with Resurrection, Made in Hell. Then he got Into the Pit, Nailed to the Gun, Light Comes Out of Black. Then he goes into Staying Class, Jawbreaker, Running Wild, Slow Down, The One You Love to Hate. And that's the Bruce Dickinson's track. But the song I love off here is Hell's Last Survivor. And it was so funny because I was finishing work at this place I was working at, and I used to put it on full blast and it used to give all the lads a laugh. You know, it was I had some great fun with that song. And because what I love about this record, a lot of the songs, like it does Sad Wings and Genocide, which is one of my favourite songs off Sad Wings. But the version on this record will blow your head off. It's the beautiful guitars, and it's how it should be performed. This record just reeks quality. The vocals are second to none, and you've got my favourite song, Beyond the Realms of Death. You've got Hellion and Cyber World and Electric Eye and Riding on the Wind. It's just out of this... just out of the world. And then you finish with Metal Gods and Tyrants. But this record is just, I must admit, I'm not too keen on the Bruce Dickinson duo, never have been. But the rest of it is just unbeatable. And this record is a replacement, because the last one I had was so heavily played, I literally trashed it. I've still got it somewhere, but it hasn't got a case or anything, because it was constantly being played. This record, I still play it a lot today. It's just out this world. And if you haven't discovered it yet, my advice is go to that other auction site, where you buy all the stuff, begins with A, and buy it today. It's just an absolute killer live album. It's Rob Halford vocals are at his very, very best, high quality, and it's just a killer concert album. And what I love about it as well is the songs. What they seem to have done is they sort of build up the crescendo, if you like. That all the songs seem to complement each other, and it builds up, and the end's a killer. Also, I think they messed up when they did it as well, because it's something to do with the track listings aren't straight or something. I don't know if anybody else has noticed that, but yeah, it's just a killer record. CD2's Cyberworld, The Hellion, and Electric Eye. That is just a killer song, Electric Eye. But you know, it's just out the world. And I would have bought it for Silent Screams. Only Rob Halford could sing that song. It's just a killer track. But I think you can pick it up pretty cheap. I mean, when this came out, it took me ages to locate it, and I had to pay top. It cost me about 25 quid from a heavy metal dealer up Yorkshire or somewhere, I believe. That's where I bought my original copy. But if you ever spot this one in a charity shop or a record shop, or just buy it and put your earphones in and sit back and listen, because what you're getting is a masterclass in heavy metal perfection. Rob Halford's got the most amazing voice, and it's just not a bad track. There's a few what I call light tracks on here. There's not really a bad song on here, and it's just an absolute killer. Well, I'm going to pull it back on and give it a listen to this afternoon. I hope you've enjoyed my offerings. I thought I'd support Metal Mickey's thread. It was an interesting question. I could have done a couple of other records as well, but I thought now I'll go into this one, and it is a killer song. Anyway folks, hope you've enjoyed it. Till next time.